everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Joe2 in Love. Here with the final stop, the final official stop towards Full Gear, AEW Rampage for November 12th, 2021. Rampage, or day before Full Gear, was an okay show. Again, only an hour. The day before Full Gear, you can only do so much, but it was okay besides the main event between Orange Cassidy and Matt Hardy. Mostly just more promos, some enhancement matches. We had, though, a really good match between Dante Martin and Arya Davari, who those you don't know was a part of 205 Live for a while in WWE. But yeah, some good stuff for tonight's Rampage. But again, thank you for joining me. If you want to see more of these videos, be sure to click that subscribe. They're all on the channel. But thank you. Rampage. Start off with Jungle Boy versus Bobby Fish. First of all, they were in Minnesota tonight, Minneapolis, so they got a little preview ahead of Full Gear tomorrow night, which will be a stack card of probably the pay-per-view of the year. We'll see, but I expect big things from Full Gear tomorrow night. So, Jungle Boy versus Bobby Fish was an alright match. Of course, Bobby Fish was touted as the mercenary to attack Jungle Boy ahead of the six-man tag or trios match, Falls Count Anywhere, before Full Gear, and he did some damage to Jungle Boy, and he'll definitely be feeling it gearing towards the match at Full Gear, but still a good match. So, Jungle Boy looked like he went for his signature bounce off the top rope, arm drag, but wrenched by Bobby Fish, and he was dropped on the top rope and sent flying to the outside. But they were fighting on the outside then, and they were on the apron, and Fish took Jungle Boy's legs out from under him, and Jungle Boy fell hard on his shoulder on the outside, which Fish was targeting for the rest of the match. But the finish of the match came when Jungle Boy he catched a kick, or he caught a kick from Bobby Fish and applied the snare trap. Fish was fighting off, but eventually Jungle Boy got cinched in, and Bobby Fish passed out, and Jungle Boy gets the victory at the Falls Count Anywhere match at Full Gear. After the match, Adam Cole came out to try to get the upper hand, try to injure Jungle Boy more ahead of their match. And a good moment for the crowd, for everybody. We saw Adam Cole and Bobby Fish embrace, hug. It was a good moment for the crowd. for those Undisputed Era fans. Just good moment. But Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, they came out as Adam Cole fled the scene, and Bobby Fish got the brunt of the attack. Got a kill switch from Christian, and that was how the segment ended. So yeah, one of the low key but very good matches to be intrigued for Full Gear. This Falls Count Anywhere match. I mean, again, their match at Rampage Grand Slam was pretty good, but that was a traditional trios match. Now, Falls Count Anywhere aspect should be an interesting dynamic. See how this match goes. So then we got a promo for Miro versus Bryan Danielson at their match. Bryan talked about how Miro has gotten better over the years and that he hasn't beaten him in Miro, but doesn't mean he hasn't beaten Miro yet. And Miro said that he will be champion, he will be forgiven. Just go promo between two and their match. Another good match to look forward to. So then we got the Super Click. They were backstage and they were confronted by Hangman Adam Page. And we got a nice little stare down between Hangman and Adam Cole. That would be a match I'm sure we would all love to see in the future. Potentially for a future feud. We'll see. But Adam Cole left and it was just down to Hangman and Young Bucks. And Page talked about their past, talked about how he's sorry for the past, costing him a chance at the tag team titles. But he also brought up how the Bucks cost him a shot at the world title, and that is 7-man elimination, or I believe it was 10-man elimination match at Fight for Fallen. So he said they're even. But he also said that if they so happen to touch him at Full Gear, he will ruin them. So a warning laid out by Hangman to the Bucks for the match for versus Omega. Should be fun. So then we got, I did not know this, but it was a nice little morsel. So we got Jade Cargill, and it was announced that this would be her 1-year anniversary signed to AEW, and B, that the TBS Championship Tournament the quarterfinals will continue, or start rather, after Full Gear. So that was a nice aspect. But we got Jade Cargill for Santana Garrett here. Simple, alright match. Obviously, they continue to build Jade Cargill up. And Red Velvet, who she will be facing in the quarterfinals, was in the crowd. They brawled afterwards, but chicken wing press slam simple by Jade for the win. And then there was a cake laid out on a podium by the ring, highlighting Jade's 1 year anniversary, which Mark Sterling was about to present to Jade, but Jade got taken down by Red Velvet. They started brawling, and then Mark Sterling turned around with the cake and got cake shoved in his face. Simple brawl ensued, continuing their feud and building up the match towards after Full Gear. So good and good, I guess. Could have done it without the cake, but whatever. Good for Jade, I guess. Her 1 year anniversary having a win. And a very good Minneapolis crowd, I must say. So we got a promo for CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. CM Punk talked about how they're both real when it comes to Punk himself and Kingston, where they both came from. Kingston, he talked again about Punk judging him in the past at Ring of Honor days, saying how while Punk seems to be wanting to help the younger talent, that he's only fooling them in AEW. So, good stuff here. I also watched the countdown a little bit prior to making this review, so good and good. And this promo, I mean, you cannot dispute how good AEW's promos have been. And look, I know that Punk and Kingston, a limited development of this match, but two of the best and know how to bring it. And it's good. I will say though, I bet maybe if that spot with Archer didn't happen and Archer won the match with Kingston, maybe they would use another week. But nonetheless, they've done it justice really in the span that they were able to make this feud work. So good for both. Then, like I mentioned earlier, Dante Martin versus Arya Davari. Very good match, I must say, for Rampage. Dante was by himself. Uh, Leo Rush. It was announced on commentary that Leo Rush dedicated the match on Dynamite to the death of his grandmother. Thoughts out to Leo Rush and his family. And that's why he was not there tonight with Dante Martin. Still a very good match. And for Davari, his first showing in AEW, I would say an A. Just very good match, I must say. So originally they were filling each other out, process, and then a kick by Davari sent Dante inside out. Drop kick to the face by Davari for a near fall. Then a beautiful sunset flip by Dante for a 2 count. Then a beautiful exchange by Davari hit a neckbreaker, followed by a Pepsi twist and a frog splash. Great stemming of moves for a 2 count. Then Davari was on the outside, and Dante, who is a Minnesota native, he is from Minnesota. I can confirm that. I looked it up. Yes, he's from Minnesota, along with his brother, Darius, who hopefully gets back soon, within the new year. But Dante landed a beautiful. He jumped from the ring to the top rope and hit a splash on Davari to the outside, then followed back in with his springboard moonsault for the win. Solid match between the two. Um, Heck of a first showing for Arya Davari in AEW. Yeah, just good stuff between the two. So we got a promo for Britt Baker and Ty Conti. Good stuff. They were highlighting the background of Ty Conti, her with her uh, karate, her Brazilian jiu-jitsu background, and Britt Baker was an assassin. She was an assassin on. She doesn't matter, or she doesn't care what belts Conti has won. The only belt that matters to her is the AEW World Women's Championship. Simple stuff. Yeah, good match. Looking forward to it. Although it's very obvious Britt Baker will retain, but I'm curious to see how Ty Conti will fare. So then the main event came. Orange Cassidy versus Matt Hardy Lumberjack match. Now, I know this feud has been dragging on for quite a bit. Orange Cassidy mentioned it in the pre-match interview with Mark Henry. And he said point blank, this is it for the feud. Which, good. Both these guys can move on to something better after this feud. So, the Lumberjack match, uh, you know, the Factory was out there. The Varsity Blondes were out there. Best Friends, Chris Statlander. She made it good. Lumberjack, I'll say that. But in any case, yeah, of course, some members of the Hardy family office were out there. I saw Mark Quinn. I did not see the other member of Private Party. I will say that. Or plus, I didn't see Butcher. I'm guessing he was with his band. I don't know, but that's thought. We did see Blade. Anyway, so Blade he threw Orange because Orange Cassidy saw his ribs taped up. He was thrown to the guardrails a few times. Thrown back in the ring. Orange landed a suicido which took out some of the Lumberjacks on the outside. Then Chuck Taylor and Wheeler Yuta launched Orange Cassidy, took out the rest of the Lumberjacks. Chaotic, just, yeah. Probably not the lasting image you want to see before Full Gear, but was okay, I guess. At least this feud is likely over. So, side effect by Matt Hardy for a near fall. Tilt-a-whirl DT followed up by Orange Cassidy with a beach break. Chaos ensued with the Lumberjacks in the ring. Um, Cassidy looked like he was going in for an orange punch on Matt Hardy, but Chris Statlander, she took out the bunny who was about to attack Orange Cassidy. That distracted Orange Cassidy. Blade had the brass knucks, knocked out Orange Cassidy. Matt Hardy picked the bones. 1, 2, 3. And Matt Hardy gets the win in this final match, it seems, of the feud between Orange Cassidy and Matt Hardy. Afterwards, the Hardy family office laid waste to all the members of Best Friends and Chris Statlander as the Hardy family office and Matt Hardy stand tall. But that was as Rampage goes off the air. Again, quality show of Rampage. Final stop before Full Gear. But did okay. Did alright. You know, the promos and some good matches. Of course, Dante versus Davari. Very good match between the two. Enjoyed it. Orange Cassidy versus Matt Hardy was hit or miss, but still good stuff. And yeah, Minneapolis got a good preview for Full Gear. But anyways, that's the review for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back either Sunday or Monday, depending how quickly I can get my hands on the highlights of Full Gear. But either way, I'll have one in the coming days for Full Gear. So, anyways, thank you for joining me. Again, if you're new to the podcast, subscribe. Thank you. Be safe and peace.